Hello everyone and welcome to another video. It is Wednesday, November 19th, the day before the Sens start this this big 7-game road trip. Now I mentioned in my previous review video that I would probably do a preview video of this road trip. So here we are doing it now, and I am wearing the road jersey, their current road jersey, which by the way, I have not worn this in I probably like a couple years. I never wear white jerseys for obvious reasons, but I think for this video, I think it's appropriate that I wear a road jersey, and I might even wear it for some of these games. So yeah, looking at this road trip, there are a couple things that stand out to me. So two main things, a lot of things obviously stand out to me. The fact that it's a 7-game road trip, um, just it's crazy, and it's like every team is going to go through this at some point this season. Maybe they've already gone through it. It does end up evening itself out at some point, so you can't just be like, oh, well, that team's got a 7-game road trip. That's not fair. Nobody else has to do it. It's not true, right? Everybody has to go through it at some point. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and preview each game. So, the numbers here, the records that you see are up to date. The only team out of the 7 that play tonight, funny enough, is actually Anaheim. And the Sens will begin their road trip tomorrow night in Anaheim, so they're going to get them on a back-to-back. So hopefully that's an advantage for the Sens there. So yeah, we're going to go ahead. I'll start off by reading off the Sens numbers here, and then we'll go game by game. So the Sens right now, as it stands, they are sitting third in the wild card. They're tied for Tampa for that second wild card position. But I'll tell you right now, the Sens are 9-6-4. They've got 22 points. There are 4 teams in the Eastern Conference who have 22 points. So that it's insanely close. We all know this. We all know how close the standings are. So the Sens have scored 64 goals. They've allowed 65. They are a -1 goal differential. Their road record is 3-3-2. So they're playing 500 on the road. They're 5-2-3 in their last 10. They have been racking up points, which is good. But I don't know. Maybe it's a bit of a stretch to say this, but I do feel like this road trip could make or break the season. I don't know, maybe it's a bit exaggerating a bit saying that, but maybe not. I don't know. So we're going to go ahead and break down the schedule here, the road trip. We'll go game by game. So it all gets underway tomorrow night in Anaheim, Thursday, November 20th at 10 o'clock p.m. These are all Eastern start times, by the way. So Anaheim is 12-6-1. They are 6-1 at home. And as mentioned, the only team out of these teams that play tonight is Anaheim, funny enough. So they're going to get them on a back-to-back. So hopefully that's an advantage for them. So one thing I do want to point out as well, the Sens have no back-to-backs on this road trip, which is huge. That's very huge. And no team outside of Anaheim, no team really has like a scary home record when you look at these. And there are some weaker opponents in here for sure, which we'll get to. But yeah, really not too intimidating aside from Anaheim. Anaheim's a bit scary, 6-1 at home. We'll see how that goes. The Sens have not played. Actually, no, no. The Sens have played Anaheim. No, they have not played Anaheim. What am I saying? They have played the Kings, which they lost to. They lost to Montreal as well, and they lost to Dallas. So they have 3 combined games against these teams, and they have not won any of them. So a little bit alarming, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, that Anaheim one is going to be tough. Now Anaheim right now is first in the Pacific Division. They are 12-6-1, and as mentioned, they are 6-1 at home. So that's going to be a tough one. They are 7-3 in their last 10, so it could end up being the hardest game of the road trip right off the bat. So I guess there is that, right? You get the hardest one out of the way first. So that's going to be a tough one for sure. And with these later start times, there are a couple that start at 10. The review video is almost certainly going to go up the next day, maybe even like the 9 o'clock one against LA. So Just want to throw that out there. The review videos might go up the day after for some of these. So yeah, moving on to the second game, that is against the Sharks in San Jose, Saturday, November 22nd, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. So San Jose is 9-8-3. They are 5-3-3 at home. So San Jose is currently sitting sixth in the wild card. So again, they are 9-8-3. And they're 7-2-1 in their last 10. So I mean, they've been on a roll. Like honestly, there aren't any easy games in here. Like this is not going to be an easy road trip. Sure, you can look at maybe one or two of these, but San Jose is going to be tough, man. Celebrini been lighting it up. He just scored a hat trick last night. So I mean, that's going to be tough too. San Jose's like they're playing well, 7-2-1 their last 10. So we'll see how that goes. And then next up, this one's kind of interesting. So next up is the Kings, Monday, November 24th, 9 p.m. start time. They are 10-6-4, 1-4-2 at home. That's interesting. So of course, these two teams just played each other in the Sens last game. It was an absolute snooze fest. So we know what the Kings are all about, but hey, I said it in the review video and I'll say it again here. If your team plays like that but you win a game, why complain, right? I'm talking as a Kings fan, of course. So the Kings right now are third in the Pacific Division. They got a 9-2-2 road record, but yeah, just 1-4-2 at home. They are 6-3-1 in their last 10. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know what's going on with the Kings at home, just one home win. So now, of course, a lot of these records, they're going to be looking different by the time the Sens play them, of course. But yeah, the Kings have been struggling at home, so maybe the Sens can take advantage there. We'll see. Maybe it's going to be another snooze fest of a game. I guess we'll wait and see what happens there. But yeah, so moving on to game number 4 of the road trip, that is going to be in Vegas, Wednesday, November 26th. That's going to be a 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern start time. Vegas has a really kind of bizarre record, 9-4-6. So, yeah, just 4 regulation losses, but they've only won 9 out of their 19. They've won less than half of their games. So, bizarre record there for Vegas. So, Vegas is 5-3-3 at home. So, again, like their overall record, they have won less than half of their home games. So, Vegas is currently second in the Pacific, and they are 4-3-3 in their last 10. So they've been kind of struggling a little bit. I know they got some key injuries to. I was just looking at this last night. I know Stone is still out. Carlson was out. Pietrangelo is out, obviously, for the whole season. I believe Aiden Hill is still hurt. I think there was 1 or 2 other players, but yeah, they've got some key injuries. They might be back by the time the Sens play them, but yeah, that's also another one that the Sens could take advantage of. Vegas is not playing like super fantastic. Again, 4-3-3 in their last 10. So we'll see how that one goes. And then next up, game number 5 of the road trip is in St. Louis. That's Friday, November 28th, 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern start time. So a bit of a funny start time there for that one. Now, this is definitely the weakest opponent on the road trip. So St. Louis is 6-9-5, and St. Louis is third last in the sorry, not the division, the conference. So St. Louis, they have a home record of 3-5-4. So they have won 3 out of 12 home games, just a quarter of their home games. So this is the one where I would look at and say the Sens gotta have this one for sure. St. Louis has been struggling. So I know I didn't read off the goals for and against for every team. I probably should have. But St. Louis in particular, they have scored 55, which is not great. But they've allowed 78, which I believe might be the most in the NHL. Let me check that real quick. I'm not going to make a cut here. Goals against 78 is the most. Yep, St. Louis has allowed the most goals in the league. So, yeah, and they're also 3-3-4 in their last 10. So, again, maybe they're playing better by the time the Sens get there, but I would say as of now, that's the one game that the Sens should definitely have. St. Louis has been struggling, so we'll see if they can take advantage of that. And then next up, Game 6 of the road trip is in Dallas, Sunday, November 30th, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Start Time. The start times are all over the place for time zones and all that, but Dallas has a solid record, 12-5-3. They are 6-4-1 at home. Um, Dallas is playing a little bit better on the road, but not by much. They're really good at home and on the road. They're 6-2-2 in their last 10. So they do lead the Central Division as well. This is going to be a tough one. Now, if I check real quick here, because I know the Sens and Stars played each other not that long ago. So yeah, they just played each other about a week ago. So they lost 3-2 in overtime to the Stars. This was on the 11th, so last Tuesday. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. The last game was close, but Dallas, they got a good team. I mean, I would say they're probably a cup favorite at this point. So I think that's a tough one. If I'm looking at this schedule, Dallas could be the toughest opponent along with Anaheim. Anaheim's been playing really well, man. Um, yeah, I think Dallas overall could end up being the toughest opponent, but you never know, right? Some of these teams might be playing better by the time the Sens get to them. So yeah, there is that. And the final game, the seventh game of a 7-game road trip, is back in Canada against the Canadiens. Saturday, December 2nd at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern start time. Montreal is 10-6-3. They are 5-4-1 at home. So Montreal has been tailing off a little bit, but I mean they're still playing pretty well. Like they're second in the Atlantic Division, and they are 4-3-3 in their last 10. So I guess they're not playing terrific recently. A lot of these teams have not been playing well in their last 10. So there are definitely some games, some winnable games here for sure. So if I'm just looking at this overall here, Anaheim's going to be tough. They're playing well. San Jose is going to be tough too. They've been playing well recently. LA has been struggling at home. I think the Sens could have that one. Vegas has been struggling. The Sens could have that one. The Blues are one of the bottom teams in the league, so that's another winnable one. Dallas is going to be tough. I feel like Dallas is just always tough. And Montreal, they haven't been playing that well either lately. So, also, don't know if I mentioned this, but the Sens are 5-2-3 in their last 10. Maybe I mentioned that, I don't know. But yeah, the Sens have been finding a way to get points. It has not been pretty a lot of the time, but they're getting points, right? So, I'm looking forward to this as much as I am nervous about it. And again, I'm probably going to be wearing this road jersey for a lot of the reviews, so do look out for that. So, yeah, there you go. There is the 7-game road trip, a season-long 7-game road trip for the Sens. All starts tomorrow. And yeah, the Sens are not back at home until December 4th, so 2 weeks. So yeah, this is going to be rough. Long road trips like this, obviously, it's always a challenge. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. And I'll say it one more time. Some of these review videos for the games, they're definitely going to go out the next day. Like, especially the one tomorrow against Anaheim. The Vegas one, like the 10 o'clock starts, those are going to go up the next day. Maybe even the LA one as well. So we'll figure it out. But yeah, I look forward to this. It's going to be a challenge. And I'm just praying that the Sens don't come out of this road trip with like a 2-5 record or some crazy. Because like it could sink their season. It very well could. Like if they get 1 or 2 wins on this road trip, it could be ugly. And also, I don't know when Kachuk is returning. I don't know when Shabbat is returning, but I think Shabbat should be back at some point for this road trip. Kachuk, I am not sure. I feel like he might be, but I don't know. So obviously, if they come back, that would be huge. And I do want to throw this in as well. The Sens did recall a couple of players from the AHL. I believe Halliday was one of them, and I do not recall who the other one was. I think it was Lassie Thompson, right? If I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, definitely got to call up some more bodies for a long road trip like this. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I just want to do a quick little preview of this season-long 7-game road trip. It's not going to be easy, but it all gets started tomorrow night in Anaheim, 10 o'clock p.m. start time. So we'll see how it goes. And if you're watching this video, leave a prediction of how you think the Sens are going to do. You know what? Let me actually go through here. So if I had to be realistic, I think we haven't seen a lot of overtime games. We're bound to see at least one for sure. I'm going to make a guess, and I'm going to say they are going to go 3-2-2. I'll say 3-2-2. And I'll even add to it, I'll say the 3 wins will be St. Louis, LA, and Montreal. There you go. We're going to come back to this video, and we'll see how wrong I was. I mean, I hope I'm wrong in a good way. 3-2-2. That's my prediction. Don't forget it. Anyways, I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. Big 7-game road trip coming up for the Sens, and we'll see how they do. But thank you all so much for watching, and go Sens go.